In the dead of night, when the shadows creep, Dirty Fylth is joining while Cryptid sleep. Sasquatch dancing from the solid skies. Mothman vanishes with glowing eyes. It's Dirty Fylth and Cryptid cartoons. Space out radio, blasting past the moon. Dogman howls, aliens grin. Buoys block as the weird begins. Draws legends that we love, from swarmy lands to the stars above. Rushes pays, the crowd leans in. Every stroke lets the fun begin. So buckle up, touch truth news. Dirty Fylth and Cryptid cartoons. Space out radio, he's calling for you.
Bloody hell. All right. Apparently, I'm 3 minutes in the past. So, yeah, welcome to another episode of Cryptid Cartoons with Dirty Fylth and Foxx Vegas. I'm Dirty Fylth and she's Foxx Vegas. Hi, Fox. Yes, here we are. Had some technical difficulties. I'm just going to go with that. It wasn't me being out of control here. Damn thing's not working. Thank you for joining us again on this wonderful Saturday. I'm here every Saturday minus July 11th because we'll be at the Art Walk. We might be able to put together some kind of maybe live thing or something there, but we'll see how that works. But yes, every Saturday I'm here, mostly with Fox, unless she's out collecting zombies in the wild or fabricating them in the sideshow tents. Move that over too. And also, Monday to Friday, you can catch Dave Scott. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave. And yes, every Saturday, once I said, like I said, we're here to draw some cartoons and whatnot. Today, I'm going to draw a cartoon of Carl flying the UFO with his blue slushy before terrible things happened. And well, he's not the best guy at flying UFOs and whatnot. He's got a terrible driving record, but Franklin. But nonetheless, that's where we are. Let me just say hi to everybody. And yes, we are here. Hello, Undead Jed and Kitty Cattywhack. By the way, Kitty Cattywhack, I think. Let's see, who else would I forget? Someone else here. Hello, Paula. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Fox. Hello, Spaced Out Radio. I apologize. For some reason, this was deleted on YouTube, or Facebook, rather. So I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. And, well, you'll just have to watch the show from wherever you are right now. But, yes. So, yes. Oh, bloody hell, cat fuzz already. There we go. So, yes, this is a cartoon of Carl flying the UFO before terrible things happen, because as I said previously, he's not the best driver, but he does have his FAA certificate, so that's the thing. They just kind of hand those out to everybody now, so I could probably get one.
He paid off the instructor.
Yeah, it's fuck. There's a long black hair in here, and it's not mine.
Oops.
Yes,
probably mine.
Yep, that's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, and sometimes she doesn't. But anyways, I would like to say thanks for everyone for showing up here and hanging out with us on this relatively semi-soggy Saturday.
Yep, the Edmonton downpour continues.
Yes, we had about, what do you say, 3, maybe 4 days of not rain, and we're back to rain mostly, and then sometimes it rains a little more. And then it turns off for a little bit, and then it goes back to raining because we get a pretty soggy summer thus far in Edmonton, which is okay because, as Fox and I were rambling before the show, we're not choking on forest fires or anything like that, and you don't actually have to shovel the rain, unlike when it's wintertime.
Well, I mean, some cases, yeah, you do find yourself shoveling the rain with the snow shovel.
That's also true. I stand corrected. So yes.
It's like everyone in Edmonton owns a snow shovel. Not everybody has like a giant squeegee, like a floor squeegee. Because yeah, right now that would probably be something to have.
Yes, everybody in Edmonton's got soggy basements, and well, for instance, a good example is Mrs. Phil's corn is under about 75 feet of water. It's weird how Canadians use the metric system, but then we switch over. Everything's all pounds and whatnot to do any shipping stuff, and then how far away do you live? I live about a 2-hour drive. Nobody ever says like, oh, I live these many kilometers, or I live 3-hour drive away from someplace, blah blah blah. It's we're quite strange in Canada, but we're all handsome.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's cool?
The Jaquita left her email in your Instagram. She was having issues with the email, so I will have to get his money out to her.
Yes, the Jaquita, we will get that to you as soon as possible. Thank you for getting in touch with us, and I apologize for the email being wonky. If you guys join my, what the heck do you call it, the Discord there, you might be able to...
Whoa!
Settle down over there. Fox is out of control, folks.
It's the coaster. You don't want to let go of my key.
Yeah, it'll do that sometimes, and if you spill all over stuff,
Which I did.
That's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. But anyways, I have a Discord. I think let me just open it up here, and then I can share it. And if you want to ever get in touch with me, that could be an easier place to find me. Let me check here. Where do I go? Oh boy. Ooh, invite to server.
Oh, nicely done there, Jed. Bad pun.
Roller coaster. Wow. Someone come get their dad. So anyways, there's I put my Discord thing in there, and it's not really super active in there. Somebody, I believe it was the Kitty Cattywhack was asking. I think it was Kitty that was asking about it the last time. But if you ever need to get in touch with me, you can always say hi in there. And I have it on all the time. I do a lot of play-by-post role-playing game stuff, and that's where it mostly is. So if you ever need to get a hold of me, or you want to ever say hi or share some cartoons or talk about UFOs or aliens or weird stuff, then that's the place. Excuse me, I burped. I will invite I will accept any invitations to there, and yes. You have to be on, I think it's YouTube probably, showing where it is. But yes, if you want to jump in there and shoot the breeze ever, sometimes I sit in there in the evenings after dice rolling or after work or whatever, and just ramble with friends. And if you want to join in and talk about stuff, I will probably talk your ear off, because I'm fairly good at that. Sometimes when I get rambling, that's the end of the universe, and then I'm pretty good at rambling once in a while. Once I get going, sometimes I don't stop. So, but yes.
Oh, and I forgot one thing. And I can actually say this and have it not just be some cliche thing. Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom. Close that off there. Look at Miss Dr. Disco's already in there, right in there like a dirty shirt. Alrighty. Here we go. Get the old background all done up as nice as we can after the disastrous start to everything. Your mom probably was like, what are they doing? They're not even showing up for the show. And then she got bored, and she's probably back to watching Price is Right or Young and the Restless or whatever.
I don't think there's a single timeline in all of the multiverse where my mom would watch either of those. Especially the Young and the Restless.
No Coronation Street either?
Probably not. I mean, she does like British TV shows, but I don't think Coronation Street ever made the cut.
Hello, Jennifer. Excuse me. Let me have a. What am I having today here? I got some more of that dandelion sludge. Delicious. You having difficulties over there?
Yeah, I'm just losing my mind.
Well,
It usually comes back in about 5 minutes.
sometimes you just got to go find it somewhere, wherever it is in the multiverses.
Or in the pocket dimension that is my purse.
I have a fancy satchel that I carry around. Mrs. Filth last Saturday was like, "That's a man purse." I'm like, "Lover, it's a merce. It's not a man purse," which is vastly different. Although I didn't originate that word, but let's see what Jaquetta is saying here. She's busy collecting get out of jail free cards from Monopoly. Have one already when I get pulled over. I know it'll work. You know what? That could possibly work. Apparently, you're supposed to keep a baseball bat and a baseball glove in your car and a baseball and some set like that. So if you're ready to bash somebody repeatedly with a baseball bat, you can tell the law enforcement that you're just going to go play baseball. But I don't know how well that's going to fly at about 9:30 at night or something on a winter's day. But
Well, no, that there are certain places that have indoor baseball. I mean, it's typically during the day. Like my father-in-law plays baseball year round. Obviously, indoor during winter.
I don't think my father-in-law plays any sports. Well, he might play some video games on sports, but I guess that's what father-in-laws do. Weird shit. Sorry, Dave, for swearing there. But yes. Oh, speaking of giveaways here, because we had to give away something every time. I'm giving away this Man in Black blank slate painting that I did, and it comes in these fancy little magnet things that you stick on your fridge. You slam her in there, and you stick it on your fridge or your lunchbox, your gun safe, or whatever. So everybody knows the drill by now. You put some numbers into the chat room. Hello, Flubber Lane. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Make sure you put your numbers into the chat room. You get to pick between 1 and 100, and at the end of the show, I roll some dice, and somebody wins a fabulous cartoon. I apologize if it takes 10,000 years to get there, but that's the way Canada Post works. And if we could just get the government to release all their UFO information, we'd be able to instantly translate things from one place in the universe to the other.
Or we just get the cats to tell us the secrets of teleportation, because I swear to God, cats teleport.
Yeah, it's probably easier to go ask the cats, because it's not like Bigfoot's going to give up any secrets anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's fairly shy towards humans, I would say.
Can you blame them?
Well, I was going to say, can you blame the guy? I mean, there's very few humans I like to hang out with. Fox, my RPG nerds, the missus, family. Oddly enough, I'm pretty good with my family. Everybody else has these weird families where everybody hates each other, and Uncle Jim shows up and he's out of control, and yeah, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Are you coming over on the 18th, Fox?
Yep.
Okay.
And I know that you're going to be at headquarters on the 17th.
Yes, there's a farmer's market on the 17th. I will be there to share cartoons and draw cartoons, and I hope that nice lady's there.
Oh, absolutely. Unless Bigfoot,
I have a feeling she'd probably scold Bigfoot pretty bad, and he'd feel terrible about bothering her.
Yeah, and then he'd probably just teleport her there just because, be like, oh, man, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for this. We'll bring you over to the headquarters.
Yeah.
And yes, it's always nice to go to the farmer's market. You have to support local businesses. Alrighty. This is shaping up quite nice already. Let me just scoot through here and see if we... Hello, Witness Protection Program. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of my my friends from back in the day are in that now because, well, you know, when you're drawing graffiti on bus stops and everything, and you get in trouble from the man, what do you do? Rat out your friends and tell them that they forced you to draw cartoons at the bus stop. And actually, it's just me. I'm the guy who draws cartoons at the bus stop. Actually, funny story about. Remember the old ETS buses when they used to have like those like leather yellow or orange seats or whatever?
Oh yes,
and
yes.
And everyone would like cut them, and they were all like sewn up. And yeah, I used to draw. I used to take the bus everywhere, and I'd draw on them all the time, and then go to some party, and they'd be like, "Hey, Filthy, I see your drawings on the bus. This is a pretty good one." I'm like, "Yes, well, you got to get your art out there somehow." So, rainy day in Pennsylvania. I believe PA is Pennsylvania, if I remember correctly.
I believe you are right.
Yes. That's where Power Mustache Man is. I always like Skinner, despite everybody else hating the guy. There wasn't anything wrong with him. He was thrust into a place where he shouldn't have been. But here we are now. Edmonton Eskimos 3-0.
The Elks. Oh,
What about
God.
the Elks?
They couldn't have come up with anything better than that.
They didn't have to change the name to begin with, so I'm not going to get off on a rant here or anything, you know. But
I mean, people got offended by calling K-Days Klondike Days, so we just shortened it to K-Days like everybody else did anyway.
remember when they changed the capital X and everyone's like, "No, I'm not going." And they're like,
Yeah.
How come the attendance is down? It's like, dude, we had something that was working perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Remember, your dad always says, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, it doesn't need to be fixed. It was
Edmonton
perfectly
has
fine.
a bad habit of doing that, though.
Yes. Is this entire show is slowly becoming a why is Edmonton wrong about everything? How's everybody doing? We're listening to Dirty Fylth and Foxx Vegas talk about cartoons and draw cartoons and then rant about Edmonton. But that's what happens.
Well, if City Council would stop making such bonehead decisions, we wouldn't have so much new material.
True. I should be a city councilor. I miss old Mike Nickel. That guy was rowdy. He was like, downtown's terrible and there's a lot of violence and weirdos down there and avoid going down there. And everyone's like, you can't say that about downtown Edmonton. And then what happened like 3 years later? Well, downtown's terrible. And they're like, you should be careful if you go downtown.
And now they're trying to, rejuvenate Jasper Ave and, basically just lipstick on a pig and just kind of pushing the homeless further and further to like one corner. It's just that corner's getting worse and worse and worse. It's just like, turn a blind eye, la 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 la. Just, make more bike lanes and parks in the middle of, major arterial streets.
You haven't been to my mom's new place, have you?
No.
I don't think so. Anyway, do you know where Z's car wash is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that on that road going south towards the graveyard, they are turning the right-hand lane. They're cutting it down a bit, and they're turning it into a bike lane, despite the fact there's two perfectly good sidewalks on either side of the road.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's Jaquita. She's not a cat person. We'll let it slide because you're pretty cool. But they love me. She says that they swear they know and jump in my lap, stretch out, and have a stare down with a mischievous grin. Absolutely.
That is total cat behavior.
That's usually what the gargoyle does with Fox because he's got a thing for her. He just likes older women, I guess, because he's.
Hey, who are you calling old?
I'm in danger.
You're older than I am.
Well, yeah, I feel like maybe a couple months, maybe.
Still, don't you forget it. God, I can't remember.
I know. Oh, my back hurts. My hip hurts. My hip hurts. La la la. My hip hurts, and I got to go to bed by 9 o'clock because
you wake up facing the wrong direction, and the whole day is ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happens when you get old, folks. I worked at an old folks' home, and the thing they told me was to never get old. And all I wanted to do was get older when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah. I just wish I could, play G.I. Joes and ride my skateboard around all day instead of having to go to work and pay taxes and all that terrible junk.
And yeah, adulting. Ugh.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is a little bit soggy. I've sopped this page up so much it's already starting to warp. Unbelievable. This is a good time to have a swig of my delicious dandelion tea.
And I should scroll up to see if we've had any numbers, but I don't think we have.
You guys got to add some numbers in here, boys.
Nobody wants a man in black art?
I'm just going to go, if nobody takes this drawing or nobody wants to have this fabulous drawing stick on their fridge, I'm going to go find somebody who already have their mailing address and just mail it to them at this point in time.
Just go give it to my mom.
Yeah,
her own little, like, you have your own little mini gallery at her place.
I tend to have that with a lot of people. My pal Too Loud Don, apparently he had to buy a shelf for his house to put all my stuff on because, you know, that's his fault for just taking the cartoons I keep giving him. Oh, by the way, Bob says hi. I seen Barb on Wednesday. And Jimmy was there, and Riley was there, and Tim was there, and a whole bunch of people were there. And Mexico won in the FIFA World Cup, which I really don't care about. But it was interesting because I'd never had that many shots of tequila on a Wednesday, I don't think. So thanks, Jimmy, if you're listening. And hello, Barbara, if you're listening as well or watching, one or two. All right, I have to let this just dry a little bit here. Great. I need to get my nice sharp blue to do the slushy, which ends up getting spilled all over the control panel.
Because he should have taken the left at Albuquerque.
Yeah. There we go. That's perfect. Well, hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. My Saturday is going fairly well. You know, the nerds coming over afterwards. I swear I keep seeing the gargoyle come slinking up here, but maybe I'm just my brain's just melting a little bit. What's up, Doc?
Maybe he's just like teleporting in and out and just glitching.
Seems reasonable. All right, let's here the old 4 and the 5. I'm way ahead of myself here, but that's all right because then I can make this drawing a little bit extra nice here. I'm putting this one together specifically for the art walk, which is in 2 weeks.
Oh God, already.
Yeah. Also, if everybody's wondering, it was Fox's employee review today because we've been teaming up to do this madness for about a year now. And fortunately for Foxx, she's allowed to continue working here. And I also get to keep my resident weirdo and the person that basically gives me all the cool ideas for cartoons. Thanks, Foxx. You're the best. I love you.
I do what I can.
And everybody else is allowed to come back next Saturday too, because, well, without you weirdos, I'm just talking to the abyss. I'd be sitting here yelling at the cats. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't be yelling at them because they're not here right now.
Oh. Mom, I don't know if you can read the chat from from the TV screen, but yeah. Undead Jed is making puns that you would be proud of. Like that's 2 now, just in the time that we've been live. He's saying is now that he once had a fart walk, but I made it. B-U-T-T, yeah.
Well, maybe at least he didn't have to change his shorts.
Maybe.
They need a little drum roll thing here, like a dun, dun, tsh. But they don't have one, do they? No, they don't. Let's have a quick gander.
If they do, we haven't figured out that technology yet.
Let's see here. There's some music. Drum roll bongos. That's not the same thing. Let's have an applause of the audience intense variety. Clap, 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 clap. All right, back to the comments section there. There we go. All right, this UFO all penciled in here. Yes, I appreciate everybody hanging out here, whether you're here for a couple minutes or 0 minutes or whatnot. I enjoy sitting around drawing cartoons and rambling to everybody, and I appreciate Foxx for watching the chat room for me. It was basically her idea. She's like, hey, how about I come over and watch the chat room with you and we can shoot the breeze? So I said, okay, deal. And then I couldn't pay her, so I basically pay her in chicken wings, and then we go for chicken wings after, if anybody's ever wondering what happens afterwards. And then we sit there and we conspire about things. Like, what did we... Sorry, go ahead.
Like how we were going to make Drunk Brian, was his name?
Oh, yes, Drunk Brian guy.
We were going to make his head explode and his soul leave his body.
Yeah, there was a guy that was at the local pub there, and every time we'd walk in, he's always like, "Is this your girlfriend?" We're like, "No, this is the lady that does all the plushies." And for about 2 or 3 weeks, he kept asking the same question. Then Foxx,
he would be so drunk every time he asked that he would promptly forget what the answer is. So then next week, sure enough, he would ask the same question again. So finally, I got the genius idea that then, the next time he asks that, I'm just going to be like, yes, and our wife is at home. And after this, I'm going to go hang out with the biker I've been seeing and just watch the gears in his head start to grind and his ears start smoking. And eventually his soul leave his body trying to figure out what I just said and like how it works. And Mrs. Fylth was absolutely, totally behind this plan. I got her approval to go with it. Unfortunately, he got kicked out of Muggins, like permanently, I guess, because he was being an idiot and throwing things. So never saw that one to come to fruition.
Yes, apparently throwing chairs at people will get you kicked out of a bar permanently, which seems reasonable. I mean, nobody wants to have a chair thrown at them, and throwing a chair at somebody at a bar generally leads into a massive brawl of some sort. But, well, it was funny when we had it, but it's always in the back pocket. Maybe they'll let him back there one day. We'll have to go back there at some point in time. Look at this delicious blue raspberry slushy that Carl's got here, about to be spilled all over the control panel of the UFO. If anybody's wondering, this isn't actually Carl's UFO. This is Fabrice's UFO. Fabrice is basically I guess he's like the uncle basically to these guys, and he tries to steer Carl Stanton and Alan into a proper place of, parental guidance, I guess would be the word for it. But unfortunately for Carl Stanton and Alan, they're doing teenager things, we'll just say. So that's what happens when you're a teenager, an alien, or a human, or whatever. Everything just kind of goes caterwaul, so to speak. And, sometimes you have to be picked up at the bus station in Roswell, and at least you get to be driven around in a 1947 Ford sedan, so that's pretty good. There's no way Carl's ever going to be able to drive that one. Will he just take the damn thing? Probably. Carl's the kind of alien that would back his UFO into your truck in the driveway and just leave without saying anything or putting his information on there. Because he's kind of a jerk. Shows up at Dave's house once or twice and never again. Apparently I gotta redo my...
He would be a prime candidate for, like, if they did a show like Zeta's Worst Driver.
Yeah. They had the Canada's Worst Driver the one time, and the one lady was from Edmonton, and my adopted dad seen her in public. I love you, Turner, but it was funny. He's like, yeah, I seen that broad on Canada's Worst Driver. He's like, I followed her where she was going. I got out and I started razzing her. Right? And like, why? He's like, well, I had to ask her. And then he's like, then I'm like pointing her out in the entire like Canadian Tire parking lot and everything. I'm like, jeez. Yeah, my family's great. I love them. But yes, If you're in Edmonton for some weird reason, July 10th to the 12th, we'll be at the White Avenue Art Walk. Otherwise, you can go to filthy.com. That's FYLTHY.com. And you can scoop a book or inquire about cartoons. Pretty much everything that I draw is always for sale, and it's relatively cheap. And you can also get yourself a plushie. There's a link for plushies on there for Foxx Vegas. You just have to send her an email and put her to work. I know she's busy all the time anyways, because she's got to demolish buildings and rebuild them. And I think she may be in a sapper in her past life of some sort. So yes, here we are. Jeez, what time is it? Good gods, it's barely halfway through, and I'm pretty much finishing up this drawing here. I think after this, I'll just do some impromptu sketchy things, because why the heck not? Let me get my old writing pen out here. Now, since I'm giving away this drawing and nobody wants the damn thing.
No, we've got
we got a couple numbers? All right.
Yep. And the Jaquita said she has to step away, so if her number is the winner, just go again. And hopefully she sees that to message me on Instagram, Sideshow Zombunnies, and I will get her a list of the adoptable ones to send out. You can pick which one. No, Fox is not Mrs. Bill. No,
there's a vast difference. They're relatively both weird and relatively short, but height deficiency problem. But they're both awesome. I'm slightly biased because they're my pals and whatnot and so forth. UFO Carl is going to be the name of this guy. And then since I'm done this, I'm going to whip up the old drawing pad. And I'm going to need some ideas for some drawings here, weirdos. Whoops. Struggling. All right. Oh, look at that. There's 32 squared and some other stuff. This is look, there's a goblin.
Undead Jed says night crawlers.
Night crawlers. We can do that, Undead Jed. Let's whip up a night crawler here, shall we? What's the night crawler going to be doing? Staring at some shorts of some sort? Maybe some pants?
His latest OnlyPants upload in like short shorts.
Ooh, short shorts. Yes, let's do that. Flip that around here. We'll do some short shorts with the Nightcrawler. These are just going to be quick little sketchy, but that is just absolutely terrible. I don't like this pen for drawing. That's more of a writing pen. All right. You know what? Let's get the old number 6 out. Give that a drive here, shall we? Ooh, look at that. Number 13. I would say you automatically win, but that would go against actually doing my rolls. So.
And it has been logged. Okay, yeah, all the rain, good for not having forest fires, horrific for having mosquitoes.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are... You know what's weird about them? They seem to be smaller and more aggressive.
I don't care. There's too much water, too much mosquitoes. Like, what purpose do they serve other than to spread malaria?
To feed my bat friends.
Fair.
Which I still have to get my bat house up. I do have a bat house, everybody, which is very important. Everybody should have a bat house. Because it's since the night crawlers at night, since it's important to have the bat house because, well, they eat all the annoying little bastards. And also you should have plenty of flowers in your front yard because that way the bees will come by. And everybody likes bees. And boobs. Boobies. Ghosts and bees. Boobies. Here we are. Here's Nightcrawler hanging out at nighttime.
Oh, Kitty, you are in my brain. I was wondering the exact same thing. If your bat house has a bat signal.
No, but we might have to do that because I'm fairly certain I will be able to purchase a customizable light for the damn thing. But I don't think we really want to put a light on it. I'll just make a little fake one to go beside it. Because I don't want to pester the bats with the lights because they're kind of like me. They like to be in the darkness.
I used to have like a little family of bats. They were my smoking buddies.
I wish I had a family of bats. I have a crow that I've been feeding at work.
Nice.
I think he brought his girlfriend over on Friday because there was two of them, and they flew over and stopped by, and I've been giving them snacks. So now I have to give snacks to the dogs, snacks to the crows, and it's actually funny because I'll be sitting there packing stuff away, doing my shipping and whatnot at work, and the next thing I know, I hear this like squawking from the crows, and then I got to go out there and feed the bastards because I like crows. The corvids are pretty cool. Birds are smarter than most people get. Most people give them credit for.
Some, yes. Others, yeah. But those ones typically aren't alive anymore.
Look at that. Look at that, undead Jed. You little night crawler there. Let's throw some color on this bad boy, shall we? So, may have been a little premature with the color on that, but we can dodge around it. Nobody will notice the difference. So, my friends and I roll dice frequently, and they had once come upon a ship for themselves.
Is it possible for Mark SRT Wolf to consign an idea for a drawing? Like as a commission, or just an idea that you'd like to see come to life in some way, shape, or form? Like specifics here.
I'm open for commissions and junk, as always. I will draw a cartoon. I can whip something up here really quick if you'd like, but if you want something that you can stick on your wall, I can definitely do that.
Okay, it is absolutely as a commission.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me type in my email here. Filth at filthy.com. There we are. Yes, most of the drawings I do, let's see here. I put them into like a 5x7 frame type thing. I can do bigger ones. Damn it, everything's falling all over the place. I can do bigger ones. I pretty much, just shoot me email, whatever you're interested in. I can do that for you. Perfect. Thanks, Mark SRT Wolf. I will never let you down. I can promise you that much. I've done a couple commissions before for people, and they were happy about them. Sir Mike Bothwell got me to commission a drawing of a bunch of aliens hanging out at the Canadian Parliament building for Canada Day, which is coming up on Wednesday, by the way. It's similar to the American, what do you guys call it? Independence Day, but it's a little bit different, except it's on a Wednesday, which is lame. You don't have to work on the Wednesday. I think Fox works on the Wednesday because she works every day. So
pretty much, unless we get completely rained out.
But yes, shoot me email, and we can converse about that. Let's see here. I need a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue will make this Nightcrawler stand out here properly. I make sure I'm trying to make this all nice on one page here. There we go. Look at that. This blue will make it pop out just nice and perfect. Oops, my finger stuck in the coils there. Better than a CNC machine because I wouldn't have an arm left, but there we go. A bit of blue just to make everything pop nice and fancily. I was going to go with a purple, but Nightcrawler himself has a little bit of blue to him. At least my Nightcrawler. I'm not sure about anybody else's Nightcrawler, but I'm not really worried about what anybody else does because that's none of my business, and I hope they do good with whatever they do. Just like my pal Marco came into work, and he's like, I haven't sold this many minnows ever in 11 years. And, he's also out of control with the selling of worms because Marco is a live bait dealer. Yes. And yeah, he sells worms and minnows. It's kind of like what the heck was that movie? Dumb and Dumber. He's kind of like those guys. He sells worms. And people kind of forget that that's what those two guys did in that film, but I mean, I don't know why you want to go to Colorado as a pretty cold and high up on top of a mountain. And look at Brett Kulak's sign there, 5 fucking years. Sorry, Dave, I swore again. I apologize. Sorry, Dave.
Well, if Dave is still lurking in the chat, the question that just came up would be one for him and you. Do you at SOR have room for an artist who makes beaded geckos?
Beaded geckos? I have one of those. I will. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, yes, it's charging. I will get in touch with Dave. Actually, yes, I will ask Dave. Let me write that down. The ferret. Apparently that was important thing. Let's see here. I need an alias for you there so I can ask Dave about it.
K17 odd.
17 odd.
I believe that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
That is a weird caliber of bullet there. All right. Beaded geckos. Not to be confused with bearded geckos. There we go. Got that written down. Very important. I will harass Dave today because I'm gonna phone him and be like, "Hey Dave, why are you sending me pictures of you eating the Nimo bars?"
Or just put Marie. They say.
You could have went with like some kind of cool nickname, but I'll ask Dave. It's like whenever my friend Ray signs stuff at work, I'm like, Ray, you should put your name as Max Power. Look at this Nightcrawler coming up all nice here. Just squiggled out of the blue here. Thanks, Undead Jed. You've won the day, sir. You know what, Undead Jed? Shoot me an email and I will mail this out to you. I'll just rip this right out of the book, send it over. There'll probably be cat fuzz on it because I can never get away from all that cat fuzz. It's everywhere. Damn cats. Nobody even wants to come over here and hang out with us. Whiskey!
Yeah, we're like lacking on our cat quota per program. We need a cat.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab one. Against their will. Look at that. There's a gargoyle right there. Hello, mister. Here, boy.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to be handed that thing here right away?
All right.
And there it goes.
Well, there's your cat coverage for the day. Look at him. Slinking away. Unbelievable. All right, everybody. You can't say that it didn't give you one cat today at all. So, all right, here. Let's finish up this nice drawing for Undead Jed, who's going to get it mailed to him. I think I have his email or his mailing address, but just in case I don't, shoot me another email anyways. That actually looks pretty nice. Let's sign it up here nice and everything for him, too. We get the old number 6 out.
Dogs are people, too. Yes, Mark, I agree. But I don't think Gargoyle and Gremlin, and especially Whiskey, would be too keen if I were to, bring Eddie with me one day.
Yeah. They're pretty wigged out as it is anyways, moving into the new place. I don't think I need the Gremlin peeing all over more.
No.
All right. I think I got time for one more drawing here if somebody wants to give me an idea. Look at this. Yeah, right out of the book. And you know what?
Draw a beaded gecko, like the reptilian with like hippie beads. Because that is the image that I'm getting in my head.
I will try that. You know what? I'm going to make sure that you get all these little rippy pieces here because I hate when they fall over my floor.
Well, it's like poor man confetti.
Oh, what do we got in there?
We can't really bring Eddie on the show, but we have a dog man.
We have a dog man. Look at this dog man. Look at him. his glory with his little dog man tail.
That is the dog man pup.
Apparently, it's mine. I'll have to set him up with my other plushies I got. I got an astounding amount of plushies. Oh, yeah. So, reptilian of some sort?
Yes, with hippie beads. He
With
would be a
hippie
bearded
beads.
or beaded gecko.
I've been drawing a reptilian for a while.
Damn brain hamster.
This might not work out very well. I think that might be able to work relatively good. This is, oh boy. You know, sometimes you sketch things and they don't turn out how you like them, but yeesh. Well, that's the way she goes, right? Sometimes she goes and sometimes she doesn't. Give him a little reptile tail there. He's got his little. No, that's more of a. Maybe we should have some teeth on there too.
It's okay. You're having issues drawing the reptilian? Yeah, when I attempted to plushify the reptilian, yeah, that didn't go so well. That one just went like far, far south.
Like regular, like I am also from South. Far south. Great. Now I gotta watch The Pest again with John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Which was kind of based off of Surviving the Game with Ice Cube. Or well, no, it was Ice-T rather. Yes. Terrible films, both of them, but good anyway.
Well, your reptilian has Invader Zim vibe, I guess.
Invader Zim vibe,
According
yeah.
to Pluto 9. Pluto.
Hey, Pluto 9 Pluto guy, were you in the Chivalry 2 battle the other day? I think Thursday. I shared some cartoons and junk and was talking about it, and someone said that the cartoons look like Invader Zim. If so, screw you. I'm going to smash you again when I see you in the battle. If not, then cool anyway. But yes, Chivalry 2 is probably the most toxic video game in the entire universe. And
It's okay. My plushies have been. I've been told some of my plushies have like a Invader Zim grr vibe to them. And truth be told, one of them was very, very grr-esque color scheme wise. Yeah. That was like one of the OG Zombunnies. Got adopted at like market down in Millwoods one, like the first one they were ever at.
Lower Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Millwoods? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Millwoods is Lower Bangladesh in Edmonton, by the way. You know what? Most of the time when I see these reptilians, they always have this golden triangle with them. So this guy's getting a golden triangle, which happens to be on the cover of my first book, a golden triangle. Which the drawing for the it was called Carl Calls Home. And that drawing I mailed to one of my favorite bands in the entire universe, Kirley and Camera. And so it's sitting somewhere in northern Italy, if I remember correctly, which is kind of neato. They're probably one of my most favorite bands, and I would, if they came to North America, I would go anywhere in North America to see them, which is saying a lot because I don't like traveling and I hate airplanes. But if they did come here, they did have a planned tour way back in it was 2018 or something. They were supposed to do a Canadian tour, but
We all know Canadian tour really means Toronto and Vancouver.
yeah.
Montreal, if you're really lucky.
Cannibal Corpse used to come to Edmonton all the time. They played at the Dinwoody Lounge at. Oh, look at this guy! Look at that handsome guy.
Oh, hello, you.
Whoop! Look at him. Give him a petting. Oh yeah, what a handsome boy.
Are you going to come up? Or are you just going to stand there pondering it?
He's pondering. Yeah, there he goes. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. If only you could be so lucky that Gargoyle would hang out with you. But yes. They played at the Dinwiddie Lounge at the University of Alberta. Which, pretty sure they weren't very impressed with the amount of metalheads crushing the entire place in the ground, but that's the way she goes when you bring all the good bands to Edmonton. A nice Guns N' Roses coming to Edmonton next year or something.
I have no idea.
I heard it on the terrible. Hello, boy. Heard it on the radio, I guess, but
Come here.
let's see here. What we're looking at. We're almost at the giveaway time here.
Yes, so if you haven't got your numbers in and would like to enter for the wonderful fridge magnet envelope Man in Black, do so now.
Yes, supply is limited. As fast as I can print them.
And he teleported.
It's gone already?
Yep.
Damn cats. All right. Finish this bad boy up here, and then here we are. Look at the little slime all over there. Let's get some grass action going on here. Kiss my grass. And then after this, Fox and I are going to go do our usual debrief where we go for chicken wings. There's a ritual. And then everybody at the bar is blessed with our presence. I don't even think preference is a word. Who knows? Look at this reptilian guy with his beaded necklace.
Do we remember Max Webster? They opened for Rush.
Couldn't tell you because here's my highly unpopular opinion. Rush is garbage. Same with Queen and Pantera.
Hey!
And also, what other band don't I like? That's pretty much it. Not a big fan of any of those bands.
Okay, here's my unpopular opinion. AC/DC, all the songs sound the same.
Yes, they do. Since I'm making enemies here, Pink Floyd is absolutely way overrated and pure garbage. My American wife would agree with me. Let's see here. We got to do a little bit of that yellow eyeball action. There we are. They glow just a little bit. There's the reptilian. I believe it is the 27th. Last time I checked, it was 22nd. Grüß Gott. Who decided this one? I forget already. My goldfish brain. Oh, it was quote unquote Marie. Call sign Marie. Hey, if you want to shoot me an email, I can. No filthy. I love AC/DC and Floyd. Well, Stephen Finnegan, we can agree that you love them and I don't love them. And well, there's nothing we can do for it. However, I did do a Rush Dragon Ball style cartoon of all the characters. It was actually a painting. I did it for one of my best buddies in the world, my friend Jason. So yes, we have to give this cartoon away and then go have some chicken wings here. All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to roll some dice.
This is your last chance to get your numbers in between 1 and 100.
This is the 10s. This is the 1s. This would be 77. This would be 44. You got to be kidding me. This would be 11. I feel sorry for the nerds that are coming over tonight because they're going to get absolutely smashed because apparently my dice are just going crazy. So this is the final chance here. Stephen Finnegan, hopefully you win. I will. I'll write you a nasty letter about how bad Rush is. No, I won't. All right, everybody. Hopefully you're all good. Curtis, have you seen any game? Curtis, I'm in the middle of drawing here. Curtis, meep. All right, here we go, everybody. We're gonna roll here and see who gets close enough to win this fantastic drawing. Alrighty, we have a 60. That's how the numbers roll.
60, huh?
60.
60. Processing. Please stand by. that would go to our last entry of Stephen Finnegan with 67.
I'm writing you a nasty letter now. Look at that. Called it. All right, Stephen Finnegan. Let me type in my email here. filth@filthy.com. So yes, this will it basically it comes in this fancy little magnetic thing, and you stick it in your fridge or your gun safe or your lunch bucket or whatever. So you have to have a physical mailing address or a post office box of some sort. So yes, shoot me an email. Oh, can you type my email in? Apparently it's not working. Did it show up?
It came up Space and Radio, but just in case.
Thanks, witness protection. And yes, if did it actually work? Anyways, I'm not the most tech savvy person here, so
Okay.
I just draw cartoons.
There it is.
There it is. Excellent. Shoot me an email at filth@filthy.com. Heck, even if anybody else is listening and they want one, some kind of cartoon of some sort, I'll probably just send you one for the heck of it because I'm weird like that. But yes, I will send you a letter about how terrible Russian AC/DC is as well with your winning cartoon. So I hope. Hello, Walter Konchabinsky. I've just opened up the cat snack package that you bought me like a couple weeks ago because they're a bunch of fat bastards and that's all they do is just eat snacks and convert it to poop.
And since the Jaquita mentioned that she was having issues with the email, that is a backup email that you can send the shipping info to, and I will make sure that he gets it.
Yes, because Fox lives like 10 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
And yes, I will see her next Friday anyway, so and then Saturday as well. Wait a minute. Yes, next Saturday. No, wait.
Yeah. And then I can always
Something to that effect.
always just forward it to you or text it to you. So yeah.
Yes, I ramble to her at all times of the day, even at 3:00 in the morning. I feel sorry for her sometimes. But oh, by the way, she passed her yearly review. I think I mentioned that earlier.
I think we did, yeah.
Yes, but anyways, thanks everyone for hanging out. I had a wonderful time drawing cartoons for everybody. We've got these three bad boys and this wonderful UFO that'll be at the Art Walk. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday and remain dauntless. Tschüss.
Bye.